Today we're going to be running through the list of the top 10 most valuable Pokemon cards of 2021. Let's go. Hey guys, my name's Mattculli and welcome to the channel. Today we're going to run down the list of the top 10 most valuable Pokemon cards of 2021. And if you stick around to the end of the video, I've got 3 bonus cards that I want to talk to you about as well. But before all that, a massive thank you to the sponsor of today's video, Zavvi. Zavvi is a planet of pop culture. They've got tons of officially licensed merchandise from people like Marvel, DC, and of course, Pokemon, and they've teamed up with Pokemon to help them celebrate 25 years by releasing the Silver Anniversary Collection. It's only a small collection, it's got 3 t-shirts, 3 hoodies, but it features Charmander, Bulbasaur and Squirtle, and I'm rocking the Charmander one right here, guys, and I absolutely love it. I love the Japanese writing down the side, but also the silver accents that are in the images down here. I also love how thick and oversized this t-shirt actually is and the weight to it. 1, it's really cozy, but 2, honestly, it does cover the dad bod so well, so I love that about it. All jokes aside, I actually love Zavvi's products. I predominantly wear their stuff in most of my videos here on the channel, so I generally can vouch for them. And if you're interested in picking up this collection, which is fantastic by the way, or any other clothes, make sure to use the link in the description. It helps support the channel, but also use discount code Mattculli20 for 20% off, which actually, as of this video going live and just for this day of the video going live, is boosted to 30% off. So make sure to go and use the link in the description and get discount code Mattculli20 for 30% for today only off on all of their clothes. Any other day though is 20%, which is still a ton off, so make sure to go and use all those things and pick up some wicked merch. Right, so just before we jump into that list, a couple of caveats for you. Number 1, it's only going to include English cards, no Japanese cards in here. 2, it's current market value for those cards, so it's not what they were worth when you pulled them, it's what they're worth as of this video going live. And the third and final point, I'm only including cards that you could pull in sets that were released in 2021. So you had Shining Fates, Battle Stars, Evolving Skies, Chilling Reign, Celebrations, and Fusion Strike. Hopefully that explains it all, guys. Let's get into it. 10th place, we have the Dragonite V alternate art. Beautiful card. It's one I really wanted to pull at the time, and actually if you pulled it at the time, it was worth less than it is worth now. It's actually worth more than it was when it came out. It was about 60 quid on release. It's worth around £80 now. And for reference, I'm also going to give you guys the PSA 10 values of them as well if they were available. A couple of them they weren't. This in a PSA 10, 315 quid. 9th place, the Blaziken VMAX alternate R. Beautiful card, love the artwork on it, fantastic. £85, and if you had it in a PSA 10, 340 quid. 8th place, Gengar VMAX alternate art from Fusion Strike, about £90 in value now. Now bear in mind, look, when we talk about these card prices, it's so condition dependent. You might be able to get them slightly cheaper, slightly more expensive. This is kind of the average, so bear that in mind. Gengar VMAX, 90 quid. PSA 10, someone's already graded this and got PSA 10, 350 quid. 7th place, it's my boy Charizard, the Celebrations Charizard. This is a very interesting one because it was crazy expensive when the set was released. Then the price plummeted down to like around the £50 mark you could get it for, but it's shot back up. 95 quid is going to cost you to get one of these now, and if you get it in a PSA 10, £600. 6th place is the Mew VMAX alternate art. I think we always knew this card was going to be popular. Mew is just a massively popular card, and actually the value in it and the way it's sitting now. The thing about Fusion Strike cards is they never went crazy expensive on release. Most sets this year, when they've been released, the chase cards have been couple of hundred, 300, 400 quid like within the first day or two of release, and then they plummeted. Whereas I noticed with Fusion Strike cards, they seem to come in at a price and then just slowly drop just a little bit. We never had that massive spike at the start, which is going to be interesting looking to the future, and I actually might explore this further. But let me know in the comments down below if you want me to look into like modern day card prices and where I think the market is going to be in 2022. Let me know if you want to see that in the comments. But anyway, this card is going to set you back. It's going to be about the same, about £95, and in a PSA 10, there hasn't actually been one sold on eBay that I could see. But I would expect this to be somewhere £350, £400 for a PSA 10. Just before we get into the top 5, guys, I just want an honourable mention to a few cards that didn't quite make the list. The Moltres V alternate art, the Mew V alternate art and Rainbow Rare, the Ice Rider and Shadow Rider Calyrax, the Umbreon V, Rayquaza V, and the Golden Mew from Celebrations. All these cards seem to be sitting around the £60 mark, so they didn't quite make the list. Right, 5th place, our first gold card, the Golden Snorlax. Beautiful card, one that anyone would want to own for their collection. A shiny Snorlax and it's gold. Of course it's going to have good value to it, and it really does. It's going to set you back about 99 quid or just under £100, and in a PSA 10 only £400 though. Like, that was the last sold. Like, there's been some really high ones, but it seems to be coming down. 4th place is one of my boys again. It's the Shining Fates Charizard, the shiny Charizard VMAX. It's going to set you back just over £100 for a decent condition one, and I actually think that's not too bad for a Charizard. You look at some other Charizard cards that got released like last year, Darkness Ablaze one for example, that thing has dropped down to just over 20 quid. You can get it on some Facebook groups for. So this one seems to have held quite well around the £100 mark, and if you get it in a PSA 10, 400 quid they've been selling for. Time for the top 3. In 3rd place, Umbreon VMAX. This is a stunning card. Everyone loves it, and it was always going to have so much hype around it. And well, that was related in the price. When this card got released, it was stupid money, 250, 300 quid. But it's dropped down to what I'd say is a more reasonable, about 105 quid to pick one of these up. In a PSA 10, £500. 2nd place, Espeon VMAX alternate art. This was an awesome promo card over in Japan, and it was really, really expensive, and then it seems to have transferred some of that sort of value and stuff to the English card. Now weirdly, on release this card never went crazy in value like the Umbreon alternate art did, and actually I noticed, I said earlier, no Fusion Strike cards really went crazy on release. They've all kind of come in at what market value is, and that's around £110 mark. Actually, you could maybe even switch the Umbreon and this, you know, they were so close together, but I picked this one for second because I really do like the artwork on it, guys. 110 quid raw, PSA 10, 350 quid. 1st place, Rayquaza VMAX alternate art. And I'm not really surprised. This is when I started to make this list and I was like looking into prices, I kind of knew this was going to be the most valuable card that you could pull from a set. People love a Ray, they really do. 115 quid is going to set you back for a decent condition one. PSA 10, well over £500 for a PSA 10. It's a really, really nice card. It's one that a lot of people want to own, and it is going to set you back a pretty penny, but it's about the same price as buying a booster box, so bear that in mind. If you want to buy one or a booster box and try and pull it, you're probably better off buying it for around 115 quid. Right, time for the bonus cards. First up, the Metal Charizard promo card that came out of the UPC. Beautiful card, I love it. I got my UPC, it was the reason I opened it. I needed to get that card out of it, and it's got some really like high value. It's actually more expensive really than any other card in this list. 140 quid it's going to set you back, but that is really dependent on condition. If your card is chipped to hell, you're probably not going to get anywhere near that price for it, but on average for a decent, like with like maybe one chip in it, it's 140 quid plus. It could be worth even more if it's pretty clean, because if you get it in a PSA 10, it's worth thousands. One of them like reportedly sold for around 12 grand. I don't know if there was issues and someone didn't pay or there was something going along around it, but it would be worth thousands if you got this card in a 10, because it's gonna be so hard to get it. Another one is the special delivery Bidoof card. Now I didn't put this in the main list because one, it was a promo card, and two, you could only get it over in America, and you could only get it via a special code that was sent to you that you put in at checkout, and it meant you could add the card to the list. But it's got really decent value to it, but it is very condition dependent. I've seen some go as little as 150 quid, but they seem to be really off center and have like pointy corners. People are only wanting to pay the real value of it, about 230 quid, if it's got nice centering. So it's pretty valuable. PSA 10 though, only 500 quid, yet people are willing to pay 230 for it raw. Like, it's quite mad. And the final big player that got released this year in this bonus card is the On The Ball Pikachu. This has now been started posting out to all the coaches. So essentially the card was a special release. So you signed up through this Pokemon site to like the FA to get some like help and some funding and stuff towards your team, and they sent you a load of kit out and these bags and footballs, and along with it they sent you this special promo Pikachu card. Everyone assumed there was only going to be one, but actually look, I might have been showing some of the pictures. They actually sent 30 cards per team. 30, so that's how many. So there actually was a lot of them being printed. There's rumours they're actually going to be releasing them next year in game, and they'll be mass printed as one of the cards you just get when you buy stuff, like they did with the Sobble, Scorbunny and Grookey. But yeah, this card is going to set you back. It's a tricky one because people have said there's been some at 10,000, others 300 quid, some at 30 quid, blah blah blah. They're all over the shop, but realistically it seems to be about £1,500 is what people are willing to spend on this card. The only thing that frustrates me is a lot of these coaches who have managed to get them don't seem to be mentioning that when they sell them, the money's going back to the football club. They just kind of look like they're selling them for themselves, so they've been sent them and they've kept them. And it's like, either give them to the kids or sell them and make money for your football club. These are all, you know, grassroots football teams. They don't have money, you know. If you manage to sell 30 of these cards, even for £1 each, that's 30 grand they could be pumping back into their football club to buy equipment for the kids and all the people that are there. So I really think, you know, if you are one of the people out there who's got a bunch of these cards, maybe try and make some money for your football team, you know. But anyway, guys, there was the top 10 list. What did you think of it? Do you think there was something I missed? Do you think it was completely wrong? Do you agree? Are you surprised? Let me know all your thoughts and everything in the comments down below. Other than that, guys, thank you so much for watching. Do drop a big thumbs up in the video. Massive thank you to Zavi once again for sponsoring it. Hit that subscribe button here on the channel. Stay safe, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace!